Well, good afternoon, guys, and thank you for having me, first of all. And going back to your question, to be honest, it's hard to get over it. It's hard to get over it, how that ending was. You work hard, and whether you have control or not, or every second counts, and every second you're looking for a way to have the slight edge, correct?
Sure, absolutely.
In this boxing game, every second counts, and my crucial punch came in the last round. The last few moments in the fight, but I found it. I connected well, and I had Timothy Bradley out. By that I mean I had him severely hurt. I had him close to knocking him out. All I needed was another punch, and clean punch to the chin, and that's what I was looking for. And that's when Pat Russell, the referee, came in. He stopped the fight. He waved the fight off. He hugged me and kind of pushed me off. Not kind of pushed me, but he grabbed me and waved the fight off.
Sure.
Keeping me off of Timothy Bradley. And I saw at that moment, I saw myself as the winner. I was celebrating. The fans in the stadium were celebrating with me, and we all thought we had won. And
it was
later.
It was an awkward. I didn't mean to cut you off. It was an awkward moment to kind of watch when you're watching it. I want to get into it a little more, but I want for the listening audience, the boxing fans out there that routinely listen in. Have you? Because I know they're curious. Have you officially filed an appeal yet?
I have. Yes,
okay.
I have. My lawyer my advisor has sent an appeal to the California State Athletic Commission. We also sent a letter to the WBO kindly asking for them to hold off on awarding the title to anyone, just because because we are waiting on the results from CSAC and also from the WBO. So it's all under investigation. I mean, the ending was there was certain mistakes made in the ending that I paid for, unfortunately, and I'm paying for now. But that's the reason why we did the appeal.
And that's
we sent several videos, several great points that we see, and I think that we have a strong case. I mean, in the locker room, the referee strictly told us, two different things that stand out, because he was very clear about it. So he tells me, all right, when a round comes close to an end, I'm going to get a little close to you two, and as soon as the bell rings, I'm going to extend one hand between you and your opponent.
Which is commonplace.
Any punch that if either you hit my hand, or it passes and it hits your opponent and my hand is out already, that's an illegal blow. I'm going to do this every round. That's a signal that the round has come to an end. Okay, that's fine. And he also stated that if I see either of you hurt and you are not reacting, you are not punching back, I will stop the fight. Because what comes first is your health, and no one's going to die in this ring. My ring, I'm sorry.
So when you look at it, and again, Pat Russell, obviously, he steps in. We all saw what happened, the difference between the knock, the 10-second knock, and then the final bell. You had Bradley hurt. You had him staggering back. If you look at the fight as a whole, though, and to be fair, with respect, Bradley was dominating the fight. I didn't think you were throwing a lot of punches. I didn't think you were being as active as you should have been. However, with that being said, you mentioned yourself, you made a mistake late after you tagged him. Because if you watch it, I do believe, yes, it was a huge difference in the fight because it's principle. Now, again, you don't know how those last 8 to 9, 10 seconds are going to transpire. But again, if you're watching it, you say, well, Jessie Vargas has a chance now to close the fight out, and Tim Bradley has a chance to survive. So I understand your point on that. But with that being said, are you really looking at it, those last 10 seconds, in your heart of hearts, you think you could have got him out of there because you needed the knockout for the win?
Definitely, without a doubt. All I needed was one last punch. That's from what we could all see, and I mean that's what we were fighting over, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, the fight was stopped and it was quite confusing for me. I mean, since Adam hurt, I thought I was the winner at the moment because the way he waved the fight off,
Sure.
no referee waves the fight off even in the final round. He does the same signal as every round, just one hand between you and the opponent. This one he hugged me, and then he waved the fight off when he was severely hurt. So I was under the conclusion that I had won, and Timothy Bradley was under the conclusion that he had lost because he even congratulated me moments after that. And then afterwards he tells me he's going to give me the rematch, and I hope he's a man of his word, and he does.
Just one more point when you staggered him and you hurt him, and he staggers across the ring, and we kind of saw you kind of stalking him and chasing him. Now, you said there was a mistake. I thought if you cut off the ring, you had a chance to probably get some more punches in and do some more damage. After watching, is that the conclusion you came up with?
Well, I was in such a rush, and at that moment, you just look forward to chasing them down and hurting them even more. You don't. Unfortunately, cutting off the ring didn't come to me at that moment. I just chased him down, and I connected him. I was connecting him with two body. I hit him with two body shots, I believe. It was a hook to the body, a hook to the head, and then I missed a hook. Yeah, I missed a hook, and then because he was wobbly, he was walking away from me, and I missed one. I remember that. I connected one to the body because I wanted him to be. If he did have anything left, I wanted to be still indefensive. And then as I came in, I wanted to hit him to the body just to finish him up a little more and then come back up top. So I hit him with three body shots, clean body shots to the body. But a little bit before that, he tried holding me, but he was so weak. I noticed him very weak, so I just pushed him off, hit him with the three body shots, took a step back, and when I took a step back, his position that he was in, his head was down, his hands were down, and that's when Pat Russell came in. But at the same time, it's so quick, so you really have to pay a lot of attention. When I took that step back, he was out of position. He was defensive with no defense at all. Hands down, chin down, head down, and all I knew was that one last blow. Oh man, I mean, it sucks because I just continue to see that image over and over and over, and it's, man, like.
Well, sure, because you wanted to see it play out. Because again, you're right. You don't know.
I don't argue the scorecard.
Sure, sure, and nor should you. And you're right. I mean, I agree 100%. Again, a couple minutes with Jessie Vargas.
But a boxer's opportunity could be one punch.
That's fair.
Away, one punch into a fight. All a fighter needs 1 second, one punch, and I did get that one punch that I was looking for. That's why we all love this sport so much, because in any given moment, any fighter has a chance.
I got you on for a couple more minutes because we're up against it. But it's now a rematch. I guess for some of the boxing fans out there, they might look at it from one angle and say, "Well, we're going to see the same thing." I mean, what would you do different? What would you do different? What do you know now going in?
As you said it, I would throw much more punches. I mean, I think a lot of people that know me, unfortunately, I'm not here to tell you what went wrong and whose fault it is. It's no one's fault. That fight, that performance, I'm not happy with. It wasn't me that night, but I'm not blaming anyone. I had a great camp. My Eric Morales did a very great job. I'm still sticking with him, but the fight itself, we didn't do as we planned to. I just couldn't let my right hand go, and that was one big case there. All I was fighting was my left hand, my jab, my hook, my uppercut. If you look at the fight, that's basically all that I was using. Yeah. And so the thing that I would do differently is just let my hands go and make sure that we just throw much more punches in camp, or. The thing is that we weren't throwing punches in camp. I just that night I couldn't let my right hand go. It felt awkward, and why I don't know, but that would be one thing that we would have to talk about and definitely change. I mean, I'm the type of person that always throws a lot of punches, stays active. In this fight, all I threw was a left hand, jab, hook, uppercut, and I just look back and it sucks to me because I have to look back at it, and I don't blame anyone except for myself. I wanted to do more, and even during the fight, I wanted to do more. And I said, you know what? In the last 11, 12 rounds, I said, you know what? I can't let my hands go. I don't know why. and that's when I started attacking a little more aggressively. And I said, you know what, I gotta find this moment that's gonna change the momentum a little bit.
Yeah.
During this time, and that's when I became a little more aggressive, more and more, and I was looking for the shots that I would see more effective, because a straight right I couldn't throw.
Yeah.
For some reason, the timing was off of it. I don't understand why.
Well, I mean, sometimes too, when you look at well, I was going to say, when you look at some of the punches too. I mean, even you're getting stopped in your tracks sometimes with some body punches. He was keeping the distance. He had you moving around a little bit. I mean, look, ultimately, it's a tough way to end a fight, and I'm sure it leaves a real bitter taste in your mouth. And you made a case why there should be a rematch. If you're saying, hey, you're going to be more active, you're going to throw more punches, I certainly appreciate the honesty. I got a couple more minutes with you, so I want to get to a couple things before I let you get out of here. If anything, when and where would that fight take place? Or is it just basically, are you going to wait to see if the decision comes down and makes this a no contest?
That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for that. That will come first. And also the rematch, I mean, wherever, I would love for it to be in Las Vegas. I think that this is the boxing capital of the world. I would love for it to be here. I came to his hometown the first time. I would love to fight in my hometown the second. If everything goes well, and if he keeps his word and does give me the rematch that he said he will, I'm not going to stop asking for it.
And then, again, got about a minute left. I know you're doing some stuff with Title Boxing, and talk a little bit about that. It seems like you're kind of plastered all over the place with those guys. Title Boxing equipment and whatnot.
Definitely. Title Boxing, they're great people. I love the way they carry themselves, the way they work. They're all about helping the community, helping the youth, and I'm all for that as well. And we're working together, helping different youth gyms here in Las Vegas, finding ways to help, and I like them, man. They I like the way they work. I like the way they think, and it's a pleasure. It's an honor to be working with them. I'm very happy to be a part of Title Boxing.